ever, like of anything I've ever had. Like every time I've had a bottle, it's been different, but they're all
Really
good. Yeah.
interesting.
Once the software connects displays as preview.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
You would
not
you would think just like the small batch bottles would be pretty consistent.
no, it's just I always get like just the regular whatever like the standard one is, you
Yeah,
know. And every single time, it's I mean not like majorly. I'm just noticing like like this one tastes a little more like Jack Daniels for some reason, and I have no idea why.
that's weird.
Yeah, never bad at all.
I gotta see if we're on this. If we're
Want
on
me
the
to-
bowling for soup Instagram thing. Hold on.
I'll open up my phone and check.
I'm doing it right now.
But I can do it too.
You do it. Do it.
Holy, I don't know. I have no idea that works. You're right. You should do this.
Yeah, I have no real way to be able to tell if we're doing that or not. But it does appear that we are live everywhere, at least, unless and maybe we aren't on Instagram. But
There's some comments, YouTube and Facebook. I'm seeing.
yeah, so we will, which is exciting.
Isn't that great?
Neat. I didn't know that we went live already. Look at us go.
We did, and we're here today, guys, to talk about Australia.
Just how great.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad this isn't an intervention.
Everybody's fine right now.
Okay.
We're all safe and sound. Got a couple of crew guys in question, maybe, but I was wondering, Gary, if you were to, if like, does one Australia story stand out for you? Because I'm wondering if we would say the same one.
I'm pretty sure that I've got quite a few. It may be the same one. I'm just going to go with one of my favorite Australia posts that I have.
Yeah,
because years ago we did some festivals, and one of the like the hangout where everybody was stationed. All the bands were like the backstage area was in this old prison.
Oh, that's right.
And so I've got this photo of us all hanging out in prison. And so years ago I posted, that one time we went to Australia and got thrown in Australian prison, and that comes up in my memories every year, and it's fun.
That was really interesting because it was like what I really liked about that particular trip is it was like us hanging out with bands that we normally didn't hang out with, because I believe that was us and Black Veil Brides just holding court.
Yeah. And I want to say Gaslight Anthem also.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And they're coming back. They're on this upcoming festival in Australia.
This Coming Good Things tour that we're doing.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this. It's going to be, it's been a long time since we've been back. And Rob, you've been to Australia before with your former band.
Yeah, the year after you guys did it last, I think.
Yeah. And did you guys have fun?
It was awesome. It was one of the greatest times ever. Dave Grohl got me drunk. I got to hang out the Aquabats a bunch and Newfound Glory, like all of our friends.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah, it was interesting for me because we were over there for that Soundwave Festival, and I feel like we were popular and most people knew who we were, but I also feel like I just went and watched Testament from the outside of the crowd, and like I don't know if I can do that in any other country, like I mean, like that, But anyway,
it depends if Testament's playing there or not.
So yeah. A minute ago when you asked me about like my a memory that stands out, like a rush of them happened, and I was like, crap, which one's the one that you're gonna pick?
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with margaritas?
Yeah. So the one that I was gonna pick is that we had a day off, and
we were in Melbourne, I think.
Yeah, and they had this restaurant, and I don't remember what it was called, but it was like Chipotle. It was like a Chipotle type restaurant, and they had margaritas were $5. They were frozen. And so we sat there for hours and we drank this place out of margaritas till there were none left. And then, so it was like, oh man, I guess the party's over. And then someone had just the great idea to look it up on their phone to see maybe there's another location. And yeah, about 4 blocks away, there was a whole different location over there. And so then we drank that one out. We drank them out, but we just kept drinking them. They just weren't frozen yet.
Yeah, we drank the first one out, and they're like, "We're done." We went to the second one, drank them out, but they made another batch, but we were drinking them so fast they would never freeze.
Yeah. So that's Australia for you.
Yeah, that was a fun hangover the next day after drinking a million margaritas.
That's probably the worst. Definitely up there with the worst hangovers I've ever had. And I can honestly say that I have not been like tequila or margarita drunk since then. So,
Oh boy.
yeah.
I have.
Oh boy, I don't want I am excited about this festival because we've got a lot of friends there. I saw Frank Turner posted and Taylor Acorn and of course Sum 41 doing their final Australian shows over there. It's crazy how many of those things we've been a part of, right? Like,
yeah, and they keep literally at each time it happens, I'm always like, man, this might be the last time, guys. I don't know when I'll see you. And now I just saw it again.
yeah.
And, it's each time it's like, oh, cool. Well, I'll see you guys. And Cone just hit me back and said, yes, I'll see you there.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that like I felt like when we especially Download, wasn't it Download? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Download.
Yes. That was like
I honestly thought, yeah, man, this might be it. Like this might be the last time we get to see them play.
Keep teasing.
And but I'm excited that we get to see them in Australia because we've toured Australia with Sum 41 before. We did Pennywise, Sum 41,
Vandals,
the Vandals, Bowling for Soup, which was great fun, and definitely, definitely super memorable. And those guys are just the fucking best. God, I love them.
Man.
Just
when we get to see freaking Ray Luzier play drums.
That's right. Yes, our good friend Ray Luzier, and we've played with Korn before a bunch of times actually, and they're always really nice. I rode in an elevator with the guy that's named Head.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the entire story behind that. But we are here to talk about Australia. We're coming back. We're going to be at Good Things Festival 2024. I'm excited that we're coming back for a festival. I hope we end up getting to do, some other shows too. But I'm just very excited that we finally get to play for this audience that's been so patient.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals like every time we've ever been over to Australia, it's been so much fun. We've had a blast. We've loved it. And then, a lot of the times we get the, hey, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? And it's something that's just not the easiest thing in the world for us to get over there. So, I mean, we're all just super stoked that it's working out and here we come.
Yeah, well, before COVID, the plan, we had Australia and Japanese plans. And I see Rach Coster is asking about Japan. And that's definitely something that is on our, we're trying to make that happen as soon as we can. But as Gary said, logistics often get in the way. And the fact that we're doing so much here in the United States this year, maybe we'll see. But man, I'm excited to my pastor is besties with Head. Yeah, that dude's like big in that world. So
neat.
Isn't that great?
I
feel like I haven't seen you guys. I see Gary now. It's weird, Rob, because I usually see you more. And now Gary and I have been really kicking ass on our Rockstar Dad show. So I haven't seen you in weeks.
I also showed up to the the kick the kids out of the house and send them to school day.
That's right. And we're having dinner on Saturday.
Man, just so much activities.
We're just hanging out without you, Rob.
I just had a 2-week vacation, or not, like a week and a half vacation, which I haven't done in a very, 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 very long time. This entire year.
Yeah.
I haven't done it.
Yeah. Well, and I've seen a few people on here ask for Chris. About Chris. Our statement is out there about him. He is recovering, and follow him on social media. That's probably the best way to know what's going on with Chris. But until he and his doctor are ready for him to come back on the road, that he will be recovering until then.
And really, it's follow him on social media because it's always entertaining, every single thing that he posts and says.
It's very true. Yeah, it's very true. I just love the fact that like he gets into patterns.
Yeah, there's like the 3 slides
Yeah.
that have a theme.
Yeah, and it's just great because you just sort of know what to expect, but you don't sort of do, you know.
There's like parameters that you can expect, but within those parameters, who knows?
Unpredictable.
It could be anything, but then again, it might not be anything. You know, that's just sort of how it works.
Was it wild card?
Yeah,
Wild card.
wild card. So I'm excited because this time when we go to like I feel like I've already done all of the stuff that like, so I've held a koala, you know, and I've seen like the working dog show.
You've had the big big Mega Mac from McDonald's.
I didn't have that thing.
It's just twice a Big Mac. That's all it is.
Did you see that they're doing, or they're and I don't even know what's fake anymore because I realized that like AI is there was like this live action Simpsons thing starring Adam Sandler that was rolling around today, and it was all AI, but it took me a bit to figure out that it wasn't real, you know.
No, I don't know anything about that.
But anyway, they're making a chicken Big Mac
in Australia or just in general.
Oh, in general. I know we're supposed to be talking about Australia, but
in general, Australia is part of in general.
And they like chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had chicken there.
Yeah. I think I have too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you had to have.
I guarantee you have, Jaret.
Yeah, there's very little doubt that I've had chicken in Australia. That is absolutely true, man. So, what other bands are on this thing? I'm gonna go look.
Let's take a look. I want to look. I want to see.
Yeah. All right.
Isn't that great?
Isn't it cool? You can just pull shit up on your.
I mean, you don't have to wander anymore. You just find out.
It's true. All right, Korn, Sum 41, Violent Femmes, and Violent Femmes billed third on this bill. Like that's amazing, but it seems crazy to me, right?
Like this is I'm astounded by the 311's positioning on this billing.
Yeah, so Electric Callboy, Billy Corgan,
awesome.
Mastodon, Gary King, who we also played with in
months ago in Download.
Gaslight
Anthem.
Two Australian bands, Jet and The Living End.
I didn't realize Jet was an Australian band.
Okay, maybe they're not.
Well, maybe they are.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Let's go with they are.
L7, North Lane, 311, Butterfly Effect, Sleeping with Sirens, Alpha Wolf, Bowling for Soup. And then Destroy Boys, Aviva, Dragon, Frank Turner. Yeah, this is going to be great. From Ashes to New, you know?
That.
And if you're 15, you can't come to Sydney. You got to either come to Melbourne or Brisbane.
No, if you are 14, because 15 plus, so you can be 15.
Oh,
the devil's in the details.
Goodness,
so, Sydney, you gotta be. Oh wait, did you say that? I probably messed it up.
Yeah, I think I said it right, but at the same time, all of that is confusing because
and it's also hard to read. I see it now.
How do they know that you can't? How do they know if you're 60? Like, this is what I always say. Like in the UK, it'll be like the show will be over 14s only. Well, how the fuck do they know?
Do they get like IDs when they're 10?
Oh, I don't know. It says Rach Coster, who is very busy in this thread, is saying they'll check ID.
So apparently you get an ID.
You have an ID.
Yeah.
How do you get an ID for what?
Well, I had an ID when I was 16.
Yeah,
but I operated a motor vehicle.
But if you're under, then you don't, right?
Right.
So I guess she's saying
don't have it. Then you can't prove it, and they just say you can't go.
She's saying it's 16 plus.
Oh, they're saying you have to show your school ID.
But does their school ID have your age on it?
Huh.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions. All the questions.
All of the questions. But
coming up next, when we come back from our commercial break.
Australia, here we come. We're very excited. Very excited. It's going to be fun.
And dare I say, it's going to be kind of a switch up for us for the last going on a month or so now, where we're going to deviate probably. Right? I would imagine we're going to deviate from doing the album tour. We're going to be doing like a festival
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, so this will be our first break from the album tour, and then we'll have to go back to that whenever we go to the UK.
Yes, but
But
it's gonna be a. It's
you
gonna be
guys
like
get you guys
refreshing.
get all the hits. Like in
Oh.
in Australia, you get all the hits. Just you get the fucking hit. It was like Warped Tour. Hit, another hit, another hit.
Another hit, another hit.
Rob,
But
have you calculated how many miles we're gonna get on this flight yet?
I did, but it's also being it's a whole other thing that I got to get into with One World. I'll have the conversation for us. I will represent us and make sure it gets handled. Jared already hit me up the other day about some American Airlines stuff he was dealing with.
Yeah, I wrote that note, and so we'll see what happens. But
I've sort of become like the ambassador.
Well, you're just really you're the none of us have ever complained before, and we figured out that you're getting free shit. So if you're getting free shit for complaining, I just don't want to. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up my
the potential to get concierge key.
my potential for concierge key.
Complaints don't go against that.
Okay. Well, then
Officially,
official
but
complaints don't go against
unofficially.
if you start talking trash on Twitter or right now, I love American Airlines. If you start talking trash on the internet, you'll get the kibosh on it.
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys are asking about sideshows. That is something that I'm just not sure what we can say right now. All I can say is that we're working on that. But because right now
we'd like to.
Yeah, but our focus right now is obviously on the Good Things Festival that we're for sure doing.
Look right up there.
It is going to be so much fun. And we can't wait. And there's so many of our good friends going to be there. And did I say Stand Atlantic earlier?
Are they going to be there?
Yeah, I think so, but I didn't remember reading them, but I just commented on their thing.
I don't see it.
And they commented back.
Wait, you can't yawn. You're not singing Belgium.
Oh, man. Gosh, I got to figure out what that is, by the way.
Wait, I don't see their name here.
Yeah, they're not, but I swear they just announced that they were on it.
And I followed that one guy on Instagram.
Yeah, weird.
Let me see. This is going to drive me crazy.
Maybe I made that up.
You could have made that up.
It's very possible that I did.
Well, it is not part of their story.
Some of you got it is or not?
No.
Okay, that must have been somebody else. But I will tell you that so now people are messaging me and asking me about sideshows, and I'm sticking with my answer.
Don't know.
We're just really excited to be playing the Good Things Festival. And hopefully we can stay over and play some more shows.
Or before, who knows?
How does it work?
I have no idea.
Oh. Like, I wonder if the sideshows are like, have you seen there's like a thing for, I think it's Riot Fest. Is it? I don't know. Something just announced, and they announced all their sideshows, and there's more It's
no, it's the thing we did last year in Vegas.
When we were
young, and they're doing it's like an album show this year that they're doing,
and there's just sideshows everywhere.
Yeah.
Huh. Isn't that great? Yeah. Anyway, guys, we really did it. I'm super proud of us for getting on here and talking about the fact that we're going to Australia.
I'll be there.
It's gonna be awesome.
Do you remember what the beer was we were drinking there last time? Like we're gonna have to refigure out what we drink over there.
I know what it wasn't.
It wasn't the thing that you think it is.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? Last time I was there, I was drinking Johnny Walker Red Label.
I'm not going to be doing that.
No,
you don't have to do that. I know you don't like that one, and actually, I've certainly graduated from that in the last 10 years.
No, I think it was. No, I just know what. Again, I know what it wasn't. I know it wasn't Foster's.
Yeah, I figured we were trying to not say that at all in here because it's just like the thing, and they get like I remember them getting pretty pissed about it when I was there, like or angry.
And we didn't eat at Outback once while we were there.
I didn't even see an Outback there. It's weird. I think we at some places drank 4X Gold, but we didn't drink that everywhere.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Man, people are in the comments. They're saying they miss our live hangouts, and especially the ones where we get drunk. And I do have to admit that they are fun. Oh no, this person said do another drunk podcast, which was
Oh,
that was a doozy.
man, I don't even remember doing that. That's how good it was.
No, man,
boy.
that was so much fun. Yeah, it was a good time.
Ooh, someone
the,
asked what kind of scotch I'm drinking. Trick question. It's bourbon.
That's my favorite kind of scotch.
That's your.
Mark
not-
saw us on the Sum 41 Pennywise thing. Was that 15 years ago?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
Golly, that seems crazy.
I kind of miss doing those the drinking, live hangouts that we did for a while. Those were fun.
That would be a good way for us to hang out with Chris, actually, and he'd be down.
That's true.
So we could do a couple of Bowling for Soup happy hours. Maybe we could do one before the tour starts.
Man, wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be great? Imagine us doing one during the tour.
We have it'd be easier on everybody. We have a tour starting in almost exactly 2 weeks. So maybe next week we could do a happy hour, and maybe Chris will want to come hang out with us.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
We'll send him an invite.
Yeah, we'll send him an invite. I mean, but the thing will be is like, let's tell him that he doesn't have to answer any questions about
anything.
Or like when he's coming back or any of that shit. It's just like,
how about this? He doesn't have. He's not allowed to answer one question about anything. He just has to talk.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah, if anyone's like, "Hey, how's it going, Chris?" Boom, he's out.
Don't answer that. We can't ask him questions.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, though, we will absolutely make sure that he knows that you guys were asking about him, and when we joke about it, it's just that it's sort of like the one thing that people want to ask him, and I think he just, when you don't really know, you sort of don't know what to say. So, but you need to come party Manchester, UK. Well, you're in luck. We will be there in February.
Yeah, it's already. I mean, that's out there.
Yeah, that's already up there.
That's just right around the corner.
By the way, you're up very late. Like, we did this on purpose to be this tomorrow in Australia right now.
It's tomorrow. It's always tomorrow somewhere.
That's true.
Did you? Yeah. So I got this email and it's like, okay, you can announce on such and such day, and then tickets go on sale like on this day in Australia, but it's like the day before in Chicago.
Yeah.
Tickets go on sale yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes total sense because the last time we flew home, we always do a direct to Dallas. And, we ended up getting home like 3 hours before we left.
Yeah.
And it's like an 18-hour flight.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys, are y'all super excited about that? About the 18-hour flight?
I'm going to have to put out like a crowdsource on what shows I should watch and download a bunch of stuff.
I think we just need to also just take over the whatever section of the plane we're in. That just needs to be our area. And so we're allowed to talk to each other and break up the monotony of sitting and staring at a wall.
I'm almost done with Breaking Bad, by the way. 3 more episodes.
Ooh.
And
so it's like crazy right now then.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. It's there's a lot going on. And but I'm so glad I finally did it, because I'm getting you have no idea how many times over the past 15 years I've heard something about Walter White and not knowing what the fuck anybody's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
And
he's the one who knocks.
Right. He is he is the one who knocks.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, we're going to Australia. I don't know if you guys know it or not. What's up, dude? Huh? Yeah, come here. Just come into this thing. I love you.
No, what's going on?
Jaret's gone.
Well, Jaret left.
I had to say goodnight to my son.
Yeah.
Oh, good night.
Give me a hug. He was in his underwears. He was actually dressed as Walter White in the desert.
I told my son to get ready.
A gas mask?
I told my son to get ready for bed and take out the trash before we're done with this. What are the odds that gets done?
Boy,
I'm going to say 50-50.
It's solid.
Well, the thing is with me is so I don't have ADHD, and my 2 older children don't have ADHD, but my wife does and my son does. And so I have a tendency to do that. Give a list of things like, hey, after your shows, you can finish this episode of this show, but after it's over, I want you to brush your teeth and then take out the trash and feed the dogs. And Casey will just be like, rookie mistake. You know, you got to give him one at a time.
Yeah.
You got to get. And so I'm learning. But
see, what my kid does is he picks up every single thing he finds and pretends it's a phone and that he's calling his grandma.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, I love it so much. Oh man, yeah, that is great.
It's still going strong, by the way.
Is it really?
You know, I mean, because in a 2-year-old's life, like things just happen.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah, of course.
It's still it's still rampant.
Hello, Grandma.
Grandma.
Well, guys, this has been fun. Seriously, let's do it. We'll talk to Chris and see if we can't schedule a happy hour for next week. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and we can all hang out. We can hang out with everybody else. We can do the thing where we bring some people in. That might be fun. And yeah, guys. Anyway, Australia Good Things Festival tickets go on sale next week, and then the week after. I don't know. Anyway, you should be able to figure that out.
Yeah, they probably got information on the website that I'm looking at here
on the thing we're using to talk about this.
Yeah.
Go to Australia.com.
Oh man, I love it. I freaking love it. Oh, hold on. Somebody answered it already. They said, 4 days for pre-sale. And it's on our website. Oh, Corey Jade, who works for us actually, is in the chat and has said that the information is now on our website.
Man, isn't that awesome?
It is good to know. Gosh, we have the best team.
Holy. Just fielding questions.
Alex says it's next week in Australia, but it's yesterday for the US.
Corey, shout out to Corey, by the way, who designed my guitar that I'm currently playing on tour, and I'm giving it away. And you can also register for that on our website. Did you guys know that?
And my bass that has Alf printed all over it.
That's right. You can win the Alf bass, the My Guitar face, and great.
It's all true.
We should have a interview with the person that wins the Alf bass. Be like, how much do you love Alf?
Yeah, do you have any clue what this is? What year were you born? and did you watch TV in a very specific 4 years?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, and that show had to have had like a very like its audience was its audience, right? Like I don't.
Well, that's the difference about things in the late 80s and stuff and now is that I don't think niche audiences really existed then because there was just TV or there wasn't. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, I watch this. It's just like I watch what's on TV.
And there's plenty of families like mine that like didn't have cable. There was 3 fucking channels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. So it was on NBC. So it was like one of the major network channels for like 4 years. Like
what years was it on?
I think 87 to 91, 80, something like that. Like
so it's just past, like I was either driving or had friends that drove. Like I wasn't.
And you didn't give a shit. Yeah.
No,
I was a little kid.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gary, you still had a ways to go too. So like, I mean, it wasn't like I was sitting at home watching television with my parents. And
yeah, I was a kid. I was young enough where I saw a puppet on TV and was not going to not watch it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show Dinosaurs?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked Dinosaurs because I was a big Jim Henson anything guy.
Right.
That was all his stuff. And I liked Dinosaurs. And it was the 90s.
Well, what kid doesn't like dinosaurs?
Yeah. Well,
it's a great point.
Great.
All right, guys, we're going to Australia. We'll be at the Good Things Festival. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in and watching. And like I said, we'll try and do these more. This is something we have talked about. We just sort of I think we got busy, and then you just sort of get out of the habit of this because you have so much other shit going on. But these are super fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So with that, guys, I will bid you adieu.
I'll see you next Thursday.
I'll see you Thursday. I have a bunch of stuff for you to sign when you get here. And
We'll just do that.
Gary, I might try to get you on it before. That way you don't have to try to bust it out before we leave.
I can't possibly be bothered with that.
Okay.
Hey Gary, what are you
No,
doing next Friday?
Well, I think we may be coming to see you guys next Friday.
Holy, you want to just do a whole bunch of hanging out?
Yeah, I like hanging out about stuff.
You're going to come see our show?
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
That's amazing.
yeah, that's the plan.
Oh man, you're gonna love it. The fucking food there is awesome.
So my
Really?
wife's like, my wife's like, I hope we can go eat there, but I don't know if that's going to work out or not. We used to go to the one in Grapevine all the time.
Well, yeah, but I think they serve food like out where we play. I think.
Yeah, they were because so they kind of made it so it was like because there was like service going on. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's a really really neat place.
It's gonna be good.
Yay!
All right, are you coming in Thursday, Rob?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I told you I wasn't giving you the I'm not giving you the Friday morning jitters anymore because it's because the wonderful American Airlines sometimes isn't always able to deliver.
Yeah. Well,
It's kind of their job, is
I want concierge key,
Yeah.
we might have to get in the pool. Maybe you can pull that off.
right?
Yeah.
We can pull it off.
Heyo.
All right, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Love you guys.
See you soon. Love you, everybody.
Later.